Hey everybody out there, let's talk about anarchy again. Many people think of anarchy as of chaos. They say anarchy is chaos and the right of the strongest. And that's of course a view which the media wants to believe us, or which the people who are in power want to believe us. Of course, because they are against anarchy. In yesterday's vlog we already talked about a certain sentence which was written on a wall. Today I want to talk about a different one, this one. Die Häuser denen, die drin wohnen. The houses to those who live in them. This sentence makes you reflect about property again, and in this case real estate and especially houses. And at first you might say, yeah, well, of course, the houses should belong to the people who actually live in there. Why would something like a house belong to somebody else? But the question is, how would you get there? And that's maybe a bit unfair. When I think about, okay, we would change from now till now that all the houses belong to those people who live in those houses. Wouldn't that be unfair for people who just got really in debt and bought a big house and now this house belongs to them? Or wouldn't it also be unfair for the people who finance the house, maybe for the people who build up this house and want to get something like a wage, like some money for it? Wouldn't this also be unfair? I mean, that's not how it works somehow. So maybe we can agree that people who build up a house should be paid. And maybe we could agree that if someone delivers electricity and if someone cleans the house, they should also be paid. So you should maybe pay a little bit, give a little bit, because you're receiving something. I mean, somebody built all this around me up. Why shouldn't he get something for it? But there's one thing which maybe shouldn't be paid for, and this is the ground the house is standing on. Because this actually cannot belong to somebody, because it was never built by anyone. So nobody put in his energy to build up the ground we are living on. And that's maybe the only thing which is unfair. Why is it unfair? Because, I mean, obviously you have to live somewhere. You have a body and you have to be on the ground somewhere. And it's not allowed to sleep in a public place in the city. That's strictly forbidden. So that's where the city and the laws make like a borderline, which is based on violence. If you sleep on the street, the police is going to come and going to arrest you. So it's forced by our laws that we have to pay somebody else who owns the land if you don't own any land by yourself. And this is quite unfair. Why would I have to pay just to be on a country which belongs to somebody else? That's, I would agree with this anarchist view, that this is unfair, and that's where everybody maybe should have a little piece of land where he doesn't have to pay anything. Otherwise, I wouldn't agree with the saying that the houses should belong to the people who live in there. Because I actually, if I'm building something up, I want to be rewarded for it. Or everybody says, okay, I want to have a fair wage for building something up. And this can only be sustained if people pay a rent. Or they build up a house themselves. but that's a lot of work and maybe costs also a lot. So that's the only thing where I would disagree. I have a question for you guys. What do you think about this sentence? The house is to those who live in there. Do you agree or do you not agree? Let me know in the comments below. See you tomorrow, guys.